Good morning, everyone, and welcome back to Zero Escape Sunday. Today we are going to begin the AB game. I hope that you enjoyed today's content. If you do and you haven't already, please make sure to give the channel a follow. We are from our affiliate goal, so any follow would be greatly appreciated. Without further ado, let's go ahead and get underway. Looks like everybody else has already gone in. Think we should head into?
Why are you asking me? Just hurry up and get in there.
Okay.
An ambidex gate has been opened. 45 minutes remain until ambidex game polling close.
What? This game's got a time limit, too. Wait.
Something wrong?
No, nothing. There's no one here.
What are you talking about? Of course there isn't anyone here.
Well, yeah, I know,
Let's get inside.
Yeah, right.
This looks just like the room we woke up in.
Yeah. Well, there's one thing that's
That
different.
screen.
Yeah. Looks like there's something on it.
Shit! The hell are you doing, you...
What? I just pressed the start button.
Did you even read what it said? Once you press that button, it locks the door for 40 minutes. Now, thanks to your stupid ass, we're stuck in here for almost an hour.
Oh,
Yes, really.
Hey! Looks like everybody's closed their AB gates.
AB gate.
That's the door to the AB room, silly. You're in the AB room right now. Now, if you'll excuse...
Now, let's get this party started! Let me tell you about the AB game. Since it's a game, you're obviously going...
Siggy and Fido paired up with a lass and went through the cyan door, didn't they? That means that Siggy and Fido will be playing against a lass.
And it goes the other way, too.
A lass's opponent will be Siggy and Fido. Obviously, that means Potassium and Plebo's enemy will be Tamioli, and B.O. and Quirk's enemy will be Mooney.
Well, I guess...
Okay then. I think that about does it for the basic rules.
Actually, we'll just have to wait, I guess.
What? Why does it have to wait?
Hush now. It'll be okay.
No, it won't.
30 minutes remain until ambidex game polling closes.
Anyway, I've gotta hop along now. Don't do something harebrained and wait until the last minute. You got plenty of time, so think it out. Bye-bye now. Have a nice trust.
Man, what are we gonna do?
About the AB game?
Yeah. Should we choose ally or betray?
Yeah, it's a tough call. This is really kind of an interesting game. Seems like it's based on the prisoner's dilemma.
What's that?
You've never heard of it? It's a thought experiment that uses game theory to examine why people do or don't cooperate. Let's say Apple and Banana have committed a serious crime.
Apple and... Banana?
I just gave them the first names I thought of. They don't mean anything. Anyway, Apple and Banana are caught by the police and sent off to separate cells far away from one another. In other words, there's no way for them to contact each other. And they're not like telepaths or something. So that's the setup. You following me?
Yeah, keep going.
So, a detective shows up. He visits each cell and tells them both exactly the same thing. Goes something like this.
You can both clam up if that's what you want. We're gonna have to put you both in the slammer for 2 years if you do. Now, if you flip on your pal over there, tell me everything. I can get your sentence reduced to 1 year. That means your buddy will serve 15, but that ain't your problem, right? Of course, If he decides to spill the beans, it goes the other way. He gets 1 year. And you get to spend 15 years eating government cheese. You're probably wondering if both of you confess. Well, I can shave off a little time for saving me trouble, but you'll still both do 10 years. So, punk, what's it gonna be? Gonna give me what I want? Or you gonna keep that trap shut? Of course, I told your partner the same thing I just told you. I wonder if you can trust him to keep the cat in the bag. No rush. Give you plenty of time to think about it.
So that's the prisoner's dilemma.
Yeah, what would you do? Say you were in Apple or Banana's shoes.
Well, if my erstwhile criminal associate Banana is going to keep his mouth shut, then the best choice for me is to spill the beans. That way I only serve 1 year. But what if he confesses 2? Then the smart thing would be for me to do the same. After all, if he cuts a deal and I don't, then I'll spend 15 years in prison. If I confess, I can shave 5 years off of that. Then it seems like the best choice is always going to be to confess.
Interesting. But you're forgetting something important.
Which
that
is...
Banana will be thinking the same thing. So you'll both confess, and you'll both end up serving 10 years. Do you get it? If you both trusted each other, then neither of you would have served more than 2 years. But because you both made the decision based on your own self-interest, you're going to spend 8 more years in prison. In other words, the logical decision leads not only to a less desirable outcome on the group level, but also a pretty shitty situation on the personal level, too. You see now? The A-B game is the prisoner's dilemma.
Yeah, they are pretty much the same thing. If we trust Alice, we can both increase our BP by 2. But if we don't trust each other, in the long run, it won't benefit either of us.
Yeah, but this is where it gets interesting. Let's say for a moment all 9 of us are on one team. Who would we be playing against?
0, of course.
Right. So we can assume the 9 of us are fighting 0 in the AB game. If you look at it that way, what would we want to do to beat him? Just look at the point totals. Say we all picked Ally. What would our total points be?
Well, 2 times 9 is 18, so...
Okay.
18 points.
Now let's say one of the pairs chooses Betray.
The pair who picked Betray will get 3 points each, so in total they'll have 6 points. But the solo they betrayed will have 2 points subtracted, so the total gain for that game would only be 4 points. The other 2 groups would choose Ally for that round, right?
Yeah.
So for the other teams, you'll get 6 each, which will give you 2 times 6 is 12, plus 4, 16 points total.
So, what does that tell you?
If we consider all 9 of us to be on the same team, we need to all always choose Ally to get the most points. If even one person chooses Betray, the total points we get goes down.
Exactly. In this game, if each individual acts for the benefit of the whole group, everyone benefits. But if everyone starts looking out for themselves, it'll impact the group negatively. And eventually, it'll impact them negatively too. If all of us choose Betray, then the group gets 0 points. Ultimately, nobody benefits, not even the individual. In other words, selfish but logical decisions hurt everyone, and they hurt you.
Okay, I think I get it. What you're saying is that I should pick Ally.
No, I mean the opposite. If you're going to make
What?
the most logical choice here, the only option is Betray.
What? Why? You just explained why that was a terrible idea.
No, I didn't. It's not the prisoner's solution. It's the prisoner's dilemma. Even though there's an outcome where everybody's happy, the choice you'd have to make for that outcome isn't the rational one. You want to pick it, but you can't. A dilemma. If we choose Ally, and Alice does too, then yes, it'll be great. All 3 of us will get 2 points. That would be ideal, and it would help everybody. But what if Alice chooses Betray?
Our BP will go down to 1.
Right. And if that happens, we're screwed. So
20 minutes remain until Ambidex game polling closes.
unless we can be certain that Alice will choose Ally, we don't have a choice. we have to choose betray. Unfortunately, we don't have any way to know that for certain. That means we have to make the rational choice. It would be great to make the right choice, but we can't.
Hey, did you just say we're screwed? If you don't mind telling me, what did you mean by that? I'm guessing something happens if our BP hits 0, right? I mean, the way you said it sure makes it seem like something's going to happen. Do you know something? You do know something. What are you hiding? Yeah, you know, there's been something weird about you from the moment we met. I mean, for starters, how'd you know my name?
Oh, knock it off. This is getting old.
I don't care if it's getting ancient. This is important. I don't know you, but you seem to know me somehow. The only explanation I can think of that makes any kind of sense is that you're working with Zero.
What about you?
What?
Are you working with Zero?
Me? Why would you think
You're
that?
too calm. You wake up trapped in some kind of twisted game and it doesn't even faze you. That hardly seems normal.
Oh, come on, I could ask you the same thing.
Don't change the subject. We're talking about you. Maybe you actually do know me.
What? Where the hell did that come from? Look, I already told you I've never seen you before in my life.
Sigma. Our time's up. This is it. Before it ends, I wanted to tell you thanks. You know we're about to die, but you still stuck with me. So, thank you, Sigma. Goodbye.
What was that?
What's wrong?
I saw
what?
The explosion.
Explosion?
I think there's a bomb somewhere in this building. I'm not sure, but it sounded like it was on a timer. You and I were trying to stop it, but we couldn't do anything, and...
Whoa! Sigma, calm down! What are you talking about? What is it now?
My
It
head.
hurts? You know,
Yeah,
you said it hurt when you first woke up in the AB room, too.
it didn't just hurt. It felt like it was going to explode.
Are you alright? Maybe you should
I think
rest
so.
a little.
Yeah, maybe I could just lay my head on your lap.
Of course, I shouldn't have worried.
Fi and I spent the rest of the time until the door opened in silence. The AB game was forgotten as I tried to make sense of what I'd seen. Had it been real in any way? Or was it just a hallucination brought on by stress or maybe some strange drug they dosed me with while I was out? It had seemed real, though. Was it a premonition? I had to stifle a bark of laughter at the thought. Seeing the future. This wasn't some crappy sci-fi novel, this was real life. Things like that didn't happen. I was just tired. The stress of the nonary game was probably getting to me more than Fi thought. I was tired and I was emotional. A hallucination was strange, but really it was perfectly understandable. But what if I wasn't losing it? What if I was fine? What if it hadn't been a hallucination? I sat there for what felt like hours, my mind running in circles.
Five minutes remain until Ambidex game polling closes. All players, please enter your votes. If no vote is recorded before the deadline...
What the hell was
What?
that?
Do you need a translator? If you don't vote fast enough, then it'll set your vote to ally. Makes sense? Or do I need to use smaller words?
So if you plan to pick ally, then you don't really need to go into the AB room.
I guess not. We're already in here, though. So we might as well figure out what we're gonna do. What's it gonna be, Sigma? Ally? Or betray?
Why are you even asking? You made it pretty clear that we should choose betray.
Well, I didn't say should. I just said we didn't really have a choice.
That's the same thing.
It's completely different. The former is an active opinion. The latter is just passive information.
Whatever, you still want to betray, right?
Yeah.
Then why did you ask me? So we never really finished our conversation from earlier. You said that we'd be screwed if our BP dropped to 1. What did you mean by that? Is something gonna happen if our BP gets to 0 or something?
We die.
What?
If our BP drops to 0, we die. The needles in our bracelets activate.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Well, how the hell do you know that? Zero never said anything about it.
I don't know. I swear, I don't. I know somehow. There's just this feeling I've got. Like, that's what'll happen.
Oh, come on, that again? You fed me the same line when I asked you why you knew my name. How can you know all these things when there's no way on Earth? Wait, did you see it?
What?
Did you have some sort of, I don't know, premonition?
What? What the hell are you talking about? You sounded like a crazy person the first time, too.
Then you haven't.
Seriously, Sigma, are you okay? I think there's something wrong with you.
This was wrong. Vi was supposed to be acting strange, not me. Instead, here she was asking if I was okay. But what if it wasn't just her? What if I was losing it too? I groaned. My head felt awful. It was like someone had thrown my brain in a food processor and hit puree.
1 minute remains until Ambidex game polling closes.
Hey, it's almost time. What are you gonna pick? If you aren't going to do it, then
No, I'm fine. I'll do
You're
it.
gonna choose betray, right?
Yeah, don't worry about it.
Alright, take it away.
30 seconds.
We're actually choosing ally for this route. I stood in front of the selection screen and took a deep breath. This was it. I ran over my options one last time. There was only one possible choice.
Round 1 of the Ambidex game has been completed. Results will be displayed in the warehouse. Thank you for your participation. Ambidex gates now opening.
As Fi and I stepped out of the AB room, I could see the others running toward the projection, shoving and pushing to get closer.
What the hell were you thinking? Did you hear anything I said?
Yeah, I was, and yeah, I did.
Then?
Well, I want to believe in Alice.
It's not really a rational decision.
I know.
You, Siggy!
But no! Hey, what are you kids doing over there? We're about to announce the results.
Let's go. We'll find out if you made the right choice.
All right.
Good. Looks like you're all here.
Finally.
Let's get ready to rock!
Ambidex game!
Round 1!
The results!
If everybody would please direct their eyes to this monitor.
Naturally.
Here are the results from your game. Now, let's...
Hey, Alice, what the hell is this?
Excuse me? I just made the most rational choice. The best way to minimize risk and maximize reward in this situation is to choose betray.
And yet in every timeline where it happens to her, she gets all bent out of shape.
Anyone who thinks otherwise is, well, an idiot.
Why? Why did you
I
do
can
it?
ask you the same question. Why did you do something as stupid as choose ally?
Why haven't you heard of the prisoner's dilemma? The best solution is for all of us to choose ally.
Oh, really? All of us, huh? Kay and Clover chose betray too, you know. Yes. I know about the prisoner's dilemma, but everyone picking ally isn't a reasonable outcome. Just look at the results for this round. What do they tell you? You're a pretty tender-hearted guy to trust somebody you just met. Well, maybe tender-headed would be a little more appropriate in this case. Oh,
What?
was that upsetting? My apologies. I'm only trying to warn you.
Alice is right. You made a stupid choice. And thanks to you, our BP is down to 1 now.
God damn it. I set my jaw and stomped away from Alice and Phi. My hands had balled themselves into fists, but my throat was tight and my eyes stung. Why? Why had she done it? Quark, Dio, and Luna's group, on the other hand, seemed calm, almost happy.
Thank you. I'm so happy you chose ally.
No problem.
Well, to tell you the truth, Mr. Dio wanted to pick betray.
What?
Hey!
Mr. Dio told me to pick betray so that we could get 3 points. He said we could escape together. If we betrayed you, then we'd have 6 BP. And then, if we betrayed someone in the next round, we'd have 9.
Oh, Dio, is this true?
No, that's not what happened at all.
Kidding! I lied. That was a joke. Mr. Dio would never do something like that.
It was a joke?
Yeah. Man, you really had me going there.
I really surprised you, huh?
So you really were planning to choose ally all along? Thank you. Thank you very much.
Don't worry about it. We only did what anybody else would do, right, Mr. Dio?
Yeah, exactly.
I understand. I guess I just haven't had enough time to earn your trust, huh?
I suppose you could say that. I just didn't really expect you to be so nice about it.
It looked like there had been some sort of argument between Kay, Clover, and Tenmyoji, although whatever it was seemed to have resolved itself amicably.
Zero, when does the next round start?
What makes you... If I had to guess, I'd say it's going to be Oh, or maybe Fido. Or maybe everyone.
What?
Why?
I guess I can tell you why. Anyone who's VP.
I see. Phi, Sigma, and I only have 1 BP. That means we'd have less than 0 if we lost 2 points.
I took a moment to go over everything in my head. It did change. I'm yellow now.
So am I.
Me too. It looks like the color wasn't the only thing that changed.
What do you mean?
Well, it looks like our groups have changed too. I was a solo last round, but now it says pair.
Wait, really? Mine still says solo.
It looks like Luna and I both changed, although I've gone from solo to pair.
I'm the opposite. Mine went from pair to solo.
No change here. Still a pair. I guess this must be magenta. Are you two magenta too?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Quark, Clover, and I are cyan.
I think Mr. K and I are pairs. And Miss Clover is a solo?
Looks like it.
When did they change?
Back when the AB gates close. As soon as the gates close.
Why is this happening to me? I spent a few minutes wallowing in misery. I figured I deserved at least a little self-pity. But even I knew that brooding and whining wasn't going to get me anywhere. Like Kay had said, we need to at least try and find another way out. So I shook my head to clear it, stood up straight, and headed off.
Oh, hey, Sigma. Can I get you a seat?
Are you some kind of waitress?
What do you want?
What do you mean, what do I want? I just came here to check up on you guys. So, this is the lounge, huh? A bar, a sofa, and 3 ladies. I feel like I'm in the VIP room.
Can I get you a drink?
You better not be underage.
I turned 21 just the other day.
I see. Well, I guess we could probably have a drink or two then. Unfortunately, as much fun as that sounds like, I don't think it's a very good idea.
Why not?
This isn't really a good time to be getting wasted.
Really? It seems like this sort of thing is exactly what makes people want to drink in the first place.
You've got a point.
Sigma?
I'm just kidding. Besides, I've got a headache. Drinking is probably not the best plan.
It hasn't gone away yet?
Well, it was fine for a while, but now I guess the bastard's back.
Are you alright?
Yeah, I'm sure if I just leave it alone, it'll go away in a bit. That's how it went away before, anyway. Has this been happening to anyone else?
What? The headaches?
Uh-huh.
Now that you mention it, yeah, I did get one a bit ago. I feel fine now, though.
What about you, Luna?
You know, I think I did have a bit of a headache earlier. Not me. No headaches here. Well,
what?
It's hard to explain. I just feel kind of weird. Your head feels weird? No, my body feels weird. Like my whole body.
Do you feel kind of numb? I think I've got the same thing. It's kind of like when you fall asleep on top of one of your arms, and then when you wake up, that arm kind of feels like it's not really yours anymore. It's not just my arm, though. My whole body feels kind of numb and foreign.
I don't know. I guess it's kind of like that, but...
Oh, if that's what you're talking about, then yeah, I know what you mean.
Really?
It's kind of like my body isn't really mine. I'm sort of floating. Like that?
Yeah,
Maybe
exactly.
it's because of the anesthetic gas. It might have
The
looked
what now?
like white smoke. The stuff they used when they abducted you.
Oh yeah, right.
It seems like we were unconscious for a long time, so it must have been pretty powerful stuff.
You think this might be some kind of side effect?
Well, it could be a side effect, or it could be that it just hasn't worn off completely yet.
Whatever. That's not important. Right now we need to figure out how to get out of here.
Alright, I'll go have a look somewhere else then. You guys gonna stick around
Yeah,
here?
haven't really taken a good look at everything yet.
Okay, catch you later then. I waved goodbye and headed toward the exit. Where to next? So, this is the infirmary, huh?
Oh, Sigma. What's up with your
Alice.
face? You look like you just saw a roach. Are you still angry?
Of course. I'm teetering on the brink of the abyss thanks to you.
I didn't have a choice. I'm just trying to get out of here like we all are.
And that's enough to justify screwing someone else over.
It's not what I meant, and you know it. If I'd known for sure that you were going to choose Ally, then I would have chosen Ally too.
Easy for you to say that now.
What? Am I such a horrible person for wanting to get out of here? I have to get out of here. There's so many things I still want to do.
Like what?
Well, let's see. I want to wear lots of gorgeous clothes. I want to eat tons of delicious food and fall in love.
What an idiot.
Excuse me?
Agreed.
And I was going to take your side, but after that load of horse shit, you're on your own.
Ugh, look. Let me try this again. I'm frustrated, but there really is something important I have to do.
Which is?
Avenge my father's murder. That's what I have to do.
What happened to him? Could you elaborate on that?
No, I couldn't. This isn't the kind of thing I should be telling people I don't even know.
Fine. Just tell me one thing. Does your father's murder have anything to do with us being trapped
I
here?
have no idea. As to why you're here, your guess is as good as mine. But it's possible that his death is connected to my abduction.
Meaning?
I was on their trail. I was tracking down the people who killed him.
How close were you?
I can't say, but it's possible that I was getting close enough that they decided something had to be done with me.
Are you a detective?
Well, I wouldn't really say I'm a detective. Not a bad guess, though. Why are you guys looking at me like that?
Well, I mean, you don't really have the detective look.
I didn't say I was a detective.
Then what are you? CIA? Fine, well, whatever you are, you don't look like one.
That's fine. In my line of work, the less I look like what I am, the better. Better I keep them guessing.
Hey, what's the deal with you and Clover?
What's she got to do with anything?
Well, you know each other, right? I was thinking maybe you were related or worked together or something.
No. She has nothing to do with my work. She's just a friend that I met somewhere.
Where somewhere?
In the middle of a desert.
A desert?
Yes, but that's an awfully long story. Wait, hold on. Why am I the only person getting the 3rd degree? That doesn't seem fair to me. How about you got information too? We'll start with you, Tenmyoji. Who are you?
Just a garbage collector.
Any ties to Zero?
None.
What's your relationship with Quark? You two know each other, right?
Do I have to answer that?
Well, if you really don't want to, it's not like I can force you.
No. And I apologize, but I don't have anything to say about that subject. I mean, it's not like you told us everything either.
I see. Very well, then. Dio, it's your turn. What's your profession?
Well, you're probably gonna think I'm full of shit, but I'm a circus ringleader.
A ringleader?
You're kidding.
Nope. I'm the real deal. I lead a company of about 50 people. We travel all over the world. It was my grandfather's grandfather who founded it, but my father died at a young age. I'm a 5th-generation ringleader. My old man was a trapeze artist. He tried to do this quadruple flip and missed. Well, I guess he wasn't really young. He was about 40. Still, he was pretty reckless for a guy that age. Always talking about how he couldn't let the kids show him up. Guess he just took it too far.
I see. You lost your father too, then?
Yeah.
So good at playing on people's sympathies, that one.
Shit. Guess I got a little sappy there. Anyway, point is, I don't have any damn idea how I'm connected to Zero. I got grabbed on the last night of one of our tour stops. I'd gone out to a couple bars and gotten shit-faced. On my way back to the caravan, this black van pulls up. Somebody grabs me and throws me inside. Before I can even get a look at them, they hit me with that gas and I'm out like a light. Next thing I know, I'm waking up in the AB room. Anyway, enough about me. You still haven't heard your story, Sigma. Who are you?
I told you guys the first time we met. Don't you remember? I was on my way home from school, and when I got into my car, this white gas started pouring out of everywhere.
Are you some kind of doctor?
Huh? No, I'm still working on my degree. I'm shooting for a PhD, but I'm not quite there yet.
I guess you've been working on that for quite a while, huh?
Yeah, I guess I have.
Can you think of anything that might connect you to any of this?
Believe me, I've thought about it, but I just keep drawing a blank.
What about Zero?
No idea.
Do any of the people here look for...
Nope. You're all strangers. Well, I guess I can't really say for sure about Kay since I haven't seen his face. I suppose it's possible he's someone I know.
Just who is he anyway?
Until that amnesia clears up, I don't think we've got any way of knowing.
Oh, come on. You know he's full of shit.
You still don't believe him?
Of course not.
Okay, well, Kay is a bit of a mystery, but what about some of the others? Clover, for instance. What does she do?
I think she's a student. At night,
She says she's got some sort of medical license or something.
She's a nurse?
It could mean she's a doctor.
I don't know. She didn't say. Just going by how she looks, though, I'd guess nurse.
That leaves us with Phi. She's the most mysterious to me. What does a girl like that do?
You've been around her the most, Sigma. She told you anything?
Look, I just don't know, alright? It's just kind of there. Like, I looked at you, and some part of my brain just said, that's Sigma.
No, nothing in particular.
Sure.
Yeah. She's a real mystery, alright. I honestly know about as much as you do. So basically nothing. I hadn't really realized it until I said it. I spent hours with Vi, and yet I knew nothing about her except her name, and I only had her word that even that was the truth. Who was she, really? The more I thought about it, the more suspicious she seemed. A fake detective, a waitress, a garbage collector, an elementary school kid, a nurse, and a circus ringleader. Plus 2 total mysteries. What do we all have in common? I don't think Zero would just grab a bunch of people randomly.
There's no point to talking about this. We should just focus on getting out of here.
I agree.
I'm gonna go check on the others.
Where do you
then.
plan on going?
I think I'll head to the crew
I
quarters.
see. Right. Later, bro.
Okay. I headed out of the infirmary.
Oh, Sigma. Perfect timing.
You were in the crew quarters before, weren't you?
Yeah, I was. Fi, Alice, and I went through all the
Did
rooms.
you find anything suspicious?
Like a secret door or something?
If I had, you really think I wouldn't have told you?
Anything else out of the ordinary, perhaps?
Out of the ordinary?
What's this book?
Oh, that's a book of meowed cats.
A meowt?
Oh, sorry. It's just this thing that's happened to me ever since I was a kid. Whenever I start talking about cats, I start talking like one. It doesn't really mean anything, though.
Okay.
That's weird. So what's the cat book about?
Well, there's this quantum physics thought experiment called Schrodinger's cat. This book talks of Meowth.
Oh, yes, I've heard about that. A cat is put in a box with a device that has a random chance to release a poison which will kill the cat. That means the cat is both alive and dead until someone opens the box. Something like that, right?
Meowby?
What?
I don't really know anything of Meowth. I'm just telling you what Fi told me.
So it probably isn't gonna give us any hints then.
Quark, you're doing it too.
Oops.
Well, what about you
What
guys?
do you mean?
You checked on the lounge with Clover and Ten Mioji, and Quark was in the infirmary with Dio and Luna. Anything suspicious there?
Well, this whole facility is pretty suspicious, but I suppose that's not what you meant. Well, the puzzles in the lounge were lunar eclipse themed.
Lunar eclipse?
Yes. Apparently, there's supposed to be a lunar eclipse on December 31st, 2028. All the puzzles were related to that somehow.
Isn't that this New Year's Eve?
I suppose it is. Well, I can't say I know what year, or even what day it is, but Clover was saying something to that effect.
The 31st, huh? I'd been knocked out at dawn on the 25th, so the 31st would be 6 days after that. Lunar eclipse. Lunar eclipse. What did it have to do with any of this? Try as I might, I couldn't think of any way an eclipse could be connected to our abductions.
What about the infirmary, Quark? Did you find anything there?
Yeah, we did find something. Just
What was
Dio and Luna didn't tell you?
No.
Okay, I got it right here. Just a second.
Quark reached into his pocket and pulled a thing. My throat began to tighten as I read it. Radical Sticks infection spreads. Cure continues to elude authorities. The Radical Sticks virus continues to spread across the globe like wildfire. The WHO has confirmed that the death toll is estimated to have passed 100,000 victims. Immediate quarantine of any infected patients is strongly advised. Is this for real?
It seems a little hard to believe.
If it really is some kind of pandemic, though, that sounds like a pretty big deal.
Yes, it does.
There hasn't been anything on the news, though. This is the first time I've even heard the term Radical 6. Was that true, though? Was that really the first time I'd heard it? I couldn't shake the feeling that I'd heard Radical 6 somewhere before. But where? And why?
If it is true, then I worry about what might be happening to the world outside. Is there a pandemic raging on the other side of these walls?
Clover's voice shattered the silence.
You guys! Hurry! You need to come with me!
Has something happened?
Yes! I mean, sort of. I mean, we found something. What did you find? It's horrible. It's really scary.
Horrible?
Oh, never mind! Just shut up and follow me. You'll understand when you see it.
Where is it?
It's right over here in the next room. Just follow me.
Clover was first into the room, followed quickly by me, Kay, and Quark. She said nothing, just pointed under the bed. The three of us crouched down and followed her finger. There it was. What the hell is this?
I think it's a bomb.
A bomb? No way.
So, thank you, Sigma. Goodbye.
Of course, it was the same bomb I'd seen in my vision. Then it hadn't been a hallucination. Had it actually been a premonition?
We need to tell everybody. No, it's all right. Luna's out rounding them up. They should be here in just a few seconds. See?
Where is it? Where's this bomb?
No sooner had she spoken the words than the rest of our fellow captives appeared. Luna pushed through them and pointed at the bomb.
There, you see?
For several long moments we just stared in silence. Slowly we began to eye one another, old suspicion suddenly reawakened. It was Spy who finally broke the silence.
Doesn't look like it has a timed detonator. There must be a remote somewhere.
You're right. It'll probably use an active button or a switch of some sort, not a dead man switch. If we can get it, we should be safe as long as we don't press the button.
Who was the first person to find this?
Me and Luna. We found it while we were searching this room.
I thought you and Luna were in the lounge.
Well, yeah. We looked all over, but we couldn't find anything there. So we gave up on the lounge and came here.
I can confirm that. I wanted to look around the lounge some more, so I stayed back. You guys must have found it when you got here then?
Yes.
How did you know it was a bomb?
Well, I mean, I could tell just by looking at it.
Why?
Well, during my Clover!
Clover's eyes widened and she clapped her hands over her mouth.
Anyway, this is definitely a bomb. I guarantee it.
How do you know?
I just do, okay?
You sounded pretty sure about the switch, too. How do you know all this?
Let's just say it's an occupational hazard.
What kind of occupation do you have?
I can't tell you that.
Spare me the bullshit. This isn't time for keeping secrets.
Please, just trust me. Look, I know I'm repeating myself, but I'm sure that's a bomb. And it's not just any kind of bomb. It's an antimatter bomb.
Antimatter?
What?
Wait. You mean a bomb that uses annihilation energy?
Oh, you know what that is? Anyway, yes, you're right.
What's annihilation?
I would have thought you'd know.
Huh? Why?
Well, your name is Quark. You do know what that means, right?
Yeah. Grandpa told me about it. He said it's an elementary particle, one of the smallest bits of matter, but I don't really know anything else.
I see. Can you explain it to him, Tenmyoji?
Me?
Well, you know him best. I thought you could explain it best.
Let me think. I don't know. It's hard to think of a way to explain it in simple terms.
You want me to do it?
Yes, please.
Phi nodded and turned to Quark.
Okay. To begin with, we usually refer to bits of matter as particles, but there are also these things called antiparticles. For example, an electron is a particle with a negative charge. It has a sort of opposite, which is the antiparticle called the positron. It has a positive charge instead of a negative one, like the electron. So, protons have antiprotons, and neutrons have antineutrons. Antimatter is a general term that covers all the antiparticles. The thing that's interesting about antimatter is that because it's the opposite of normal matter, when they collide, they both sort of cancel each other out. When they cancel each other out, though, it releases a whole bunch of energy. That process is called annihilation. So, an antimatter bomb is a bomb that uses annihilation energy.
Sorry. I don't really get it.
Oh, all right. You've got men and women, right? They're kind of like complete opposites. What happens when you put them together? Well, if there were, then when you put them together, they disappear. Because their opposite elements cancel each other out. Like when a plus cancels out a minus, you get 0. That's annihilation. But when you get annihilation, you also get...
I know! A baby!
Exactly. In this case, the baby you get is the energy from the annihilation. It's not a real baby, of course, but like a baby, it's got all sorts of potential to do amazing things.
That's kind of a strange explanation.
You followed it, though, right?
Yeah!
Yeah, but that thing under the bed isn't going to be making a baby. Just how big of an explosion are we gonna get here?
It's pretty simple, actually. Just use Einstein's E equals mc squared. The mass lost during annihilation will be converted to energy, so...
So you would take the total mass of matter and antimatter and multiply it by the speed of light squared. That should get you the amount of energy.
For example, let's say that it has 350 milligrams of antimatter. That would mean there would also be 350 milligrams of matter, right?
So you'd have 700 milligrams total.
Yes. That means annihilation would produce roughly 63 trillion joules.
63 trillion joules.
That's about as much energy as the Hiroshima bomb.
What the... You've got to be kidding me. There's only 350 milligrams of stuff in there.
Well, technically it's 700 milligrams since you have the matter and the antimatter.
That's not the point! We're talking about something that weighs less than a gram being equal to a bomb that weighed like 10,000 pounds!
Don't get so excited. I think I know what kind of bomb this is. It's probably using antihydrogen. There should only be about 25 micrograms of material in there.
That's less than 1,000th of a gram. So you'd only get about 45 billion joules of energy, right?
What does that mean?
About as much explosive power as 1 ton of TNT.
A ton?
Yes. Well, approximately.
And how exactly should I not worry about that? That's enough to blow up a 10-story building!
True. But it's a lot less powerful than an atomic. We don't know how big this place is. If we can get far enough away from the bomb, we might have a chance of survival.
Perhaps. How do we know this is the only bomb?
What do you mean?
Look at it carefully. It's got a number 3. Do you see it?
Yeah, you're right.
If the bombs are numbered...
Then there could be a number 2 bomb or a number 1 bomb out there, huh?
Yes. There's no way to know if this is the final bomb, either. There could be a 4th, or a 5th, or...
Anyway, we can't just sit here and do nothing. We should move it.
Dio stepped forward and reached for the bomb.
No! Don't touch it!
Alice grabbed Dio by the wrist and jerked him away from the bed.
What the hell do you think you're doing? Have you got a death wish or something? This bomb is here because somebody planted it. Do you really think they didn't rig it to go off if some idiot tried to move it?
Well, then what the fuck are we supposed to do?
We'll just have to leave it be for now, or figure out how to turn it off.
And you're telling us we should just prance off and ignore the incredibly deadly bomb that is probably gonna kill us all?
There's not much else we can do.
Do you know how to turn it off?
Well, there is a way.
Then spill the beans, lady. How do we turn the damn thing off?
There should be an emergency deactivation password. If you enter that password, the device should, well, deactivate.
So we just need to get this password.
Yes, that's right.
But there's no keyboard or anything on the bomb.
Look again. You see it? Right here. There's a port. If we can find the password input device, we just connect it here. Then we can enter the password.
Who would do something like this?
I have no idea. But we can figure out when they did it.
Oh,
When you
yeah?
and I searched this room, we didn't find anything, right? So that means the bomb must have been planted after we'd left.
After we left, huh? But when we went and checked out the chromatic doors, we were all there. And after that, we've all been around other people. There's no way anyone could have snuck off to plant it.
I don't know about that. After we finished the AB game, we all split up. But if someone planted it right before then...
What do you mean?
Oh, yeah. You don't know, do you? Before we went off to the 3 rooms, we searched the hallway. Everybody was all split up.
Yeah, anyone could have come by here then. It would have been easy to sneak away.
You know, I don't remember seeing you around, Sigma. What were you doing?
Huh, well, I was just kind of deep in thought, I guess. I stayed behind in the warehouse when you guys went off. Hey, why are you guys giving me that look? You don't think I planted it, do you?
I never said that.
Not out loud, you didn't. You've got to be kidding me. I don't know anything about this bomb.
Really? Are you sure? Back when we were in the AB room, you said you saw the moment when the bomb exploded.
That was, just a... I could hardly say premonition. If they didn't think it was the worst lie on the planet, they'd think I was insane. Wait. This doesn't make any sense. According to Tenmyoji, any one of us could have been in here. Why am I the only one who's under suspicion? Also, there's no way to know the culprit here is actually one of us. Maybe there's someone else in here and they set up the...
Impossible.
Why?
There's no way that would get past Zero. And there's no way Zero would let anybody do something that would get in the way of the game going forward. What?
When you say Zero, you mean the AI, right?
Of course.
This is confusing. From now on, let's refer to the real Zero, the one behind all of this, as Zero Senior, which would, of course, make the AI Zero Junior.
Okay, fine with me. Anyway, whichever one it is, they're not going to let a 10th person in. There's no way.
But what if the 10th person is Zero Senior?
I don't think it could be.
Why not?
Well, Zero Jr. said so. He said that the real Zero was one of us.
Fi and Clover were right. There couldn't be a 10th guest. And Zero Senior was without a doubt one of us. But if that was the case, then could Zero Senior have planted the bomb? If not, then who had? Alice, Dio, Luna, Kay, Clover, Tenmyoji, Fi, or... It seemed insane, but could it have been Quark? No, why would Zero Senior have gone to all the trouble of setting a bomb? To make this game more exciting? To make it seem more dangerous? No, it didn't fit at all. But if that was the case, then the person who planted the bomb was someone other than Zero Senior.
Oh no, this is bad.
What is
Press
it?
the buttons on your bracelet.
Oh, is this for real?
We've only got 4 minutes until the chromatic doors open!
Let's go then.
You're right. This bomb thing is gonna have to wait until later.
Alright.
chromatic doors have opened. 5 minutes remain until chromatic doors close.
The doors have opened.
We need to figure out who's going where and fast.
So our options this time are,
We don't have time to wait for you to figure it out. Just pay attention. I'm only gonna say this once.
if I laid out our options. Option A, Luna and I pair up with Clover to open the green door. Tenmyoji and Dio pair up with Alice to open the red door. Kay and Quark pair up with Phi to open the blue door. Option B, Luna and I pair up with Phi to open the red door. Tenmyoji and Dio pair up with Clover to open the blue door. Kay and Quark pair up with Alice to open the green door. Option C, Luna and I pair up with Alice to open the blue door. Tenmyoji and Dio pair up with Phi to open the green door. Kay and Quark pair up with Clover to open the red door.
3 minutes remain until chromatic doors close.
Okay. How are we gonna do this?
Need a system here, or we'll never have time to argue it out. Why don't we let the people who are at the most disadvantage right now decide?
The most what?
The people who only have 1 BP.
Oh, so that would be me, you, and Tenmyoji.
No way. I refuse.
Well, then what would you
We'll
suggest?
be fair and take a vote.
A vote? So we all just, like, raise our hands for the option we want?
Exactly.
So which one do you want, Alice?
Option C. I want to go with Sigma and Luna.
Tough, pick something else.
My. Looks like you're not so fond of me anymore. Do you agree with him, Luna?
I'll just let Sigma decide.
Fine.
I'd like option C too. Clover and I were a pair for the first round, so I feel that I can trust her. What about you, Quark?
That's fine with me.
So that's 3 votes for option C, counting mine. How about the rest of you?
I'd like to pair up with Sigma and Luna, too.
So option B, then. I'd like to go with Phi. You good with that, Luna?
Sure, I really don't mind.
Then we've got 3 votes for option B.
I'd like to go with option A.
You want to pair up with Alice? You're a strange duck.
How about you, Tenmyoji?
I don't mind going with option A.
1 minute remains until chromatic doors close.
So 2 votes for A and 3 votes for B and C. If Clover's vote doesn't decide this thing, we're gonna have to figure something else
Which one
out.
do you want, Clover?
I want to go with option C. Quark chose Ally in the first round, and I was with Kay in the first round.
Then that's what we're doing.
Option C had won 4 votes. We were almost out of time and I didn't exactly have a convincing argument. I was gonna have to go with the majority.
10 seconds remain until chromatic doors close. 9, 8, 7.
The doors are closing. Let's go!
Come on, Luna, hurry up. We've got to get to the blue door.
Right.
Luna, Alice, and I dashed toward the blue door. I looked over my shoulder in time to see the others disappearing into their doors. Clover, Quark, and Kay had ended up with the red door, and Phi, Dio, and Tenmyoji had gone to the green door.
2, 1, 0. Chromatic.
Huh? There are 3 doors here.
It looks like they're all locked, though.
Does that mean this is just a dead end?
Well, there's a weird lever thing over here.
Try pulling it.
How about you try pulling it?
Hey, what's with all this hostility? Are you still mad about the last AB game?
Of course I am.
Please don't fight. We need to work together, or we're really going to be in trouble. Please? Very well. I'll pull the lever then. Is that okay?
Yeah, go right ahead. See if I care.
One of the doors opened.
But only one. I wonder how you open the other ones.
Who cares? We should get moving.
But what is this place? Don't tell me we somehow managed to get outside.
I doubt it. Look up. There's a ceiling up there.
Yeah, I remember the door said bee garden or something. What's a bee garden?
Probably stands for something. Maybe beautiful?
Huh.
This feels like a whole other little world.
Like an oasis in the middle of all this metal.
I feel kind of weird saying this, considering where we are, but this place feels so liberating. All of this green. It's wonderful.
It's huge, though. We'll wear ourselves ragged trying to search the whole thing.
This must be the exit. Damn, well, so much for this being easy. It's locked.
We should split up and look around.
Agreed.
Well, let's get to it then. Seek a way out. We're going to have to cross the water to get over there. Please be careful. If you slip, you could fall into the stream. A metal shaft. The tip has an octagonal hole. It looks like some kind of wrench. Huh. There's something next to my foot. A steel-colored shovel. It's not rusty at all. Maybe keeping it in the shed kept it from rusting. This had to be for digging stuff up. I can't think of any other use for it. A red spotted mushroom. I think I'll try digging here. Box with a silver lid. This box has a silver lid. Can't get it open. It looks like the dirt is piled up in a few places. There's green moss growing on the top too. Do you think the mound here is higher than the others because someone dug up a bunch of dirt and piled it here? Alright, let's try digging here. The piece of paper I got out of the copper box. One edge is rough, looks like it was torn. It's just a flower pot. There's nothing special about it at all. Wait, don't people usually hide their house keys under a flower pot or in the mailbox? They do. Just trust me. I'm sure there's something under there. Hey, it's a paprika. No, that's a pepper, probably a bell pepper. Paprika is what you call the spice you make from them. Oh, huh. Why is it split in half? I'm not sure. Wait, is there something in there? Oh yeah, let me take a look. I didn't think a colored coin would be made of metal. You can get lots of different colored coins by using different alloys. I saw a 5-cent coin made from brass once and a 10-cent coin made from bronze. I've seen people using a metal detector to search for coins on those shows where they hunt for treasure. Yeah, I guess if coins are metal, that would make sense. Oh, Sigma. You're going to dig up the skunk cabbage. Poor thing, it's never done anything to you. Don't worry, I'll replant it when we're done. A metal scale. There's a plate on each side. On the right plate, this piece of paper has 7 red dots on it and an arrow running down the left edge. This doesn't remind me of anything I've seen so far. I wonder what it's about. And on the left plate, this looks like a paring knife. What's that? It's a knife you use for small delicate work like deveining shrimp, but you can use it to cut pretty much anything. That's awesome. You know all about cooking and stuff. I bet Alice just cuts things with her bare hands. I guess it's time I showed you just how good I am at cooking things. I think I'll start by cooking you. Sorry. Oh, metal detector. There's something in the drawer. What is this? It feels like it's metal. I made this by combining some things I'd found. It looks like some kind of handle. This looks like somebody just tore the handle off a door. If you put the butterfly end into something, you could probably use it just like a handle. Oh, the metal detector seems to be responding to this tomato. Alright, grab it. Okay. Did it react to any of the others? No, just this one. Here you go. Red coin. Oh, this one, it's reacting to this onion. Alright, let's dig it up. This was the only one that got a reaction, right? Oh look, the metal detector is reacting to this one. Okay, can you grab that one then? Right. Did any of the others cause any reaction? No, just this one. Here you go. Alright, the knife disappeared, so that was it. A bird's eye view of the garden. It's kind of like a map. What's that on the right? It looks like a box. I think it's a treasure chest. It's connected to the drawing above it, see? Yeah, well, we already figured all that out. There are 3 red buttons on the panel. I pushed them, but nothing happened. Do you think they're broken? Maybe you just need to press them in a specific order. A control panel with 3 red buttons. Don't you have something with red buttons on it? Alright, and that was using the piece of paper. The waterfall stopped. I guess that was the waterfall control panel. The indentations are small and circular, so we probably need something that matches that description. Do you have anything like that? Small and circular, huh? There must be a specific order that they have to go in. The handle fits perfectly into the hole on the wall. Good. Now try turning it. When I turned the handle, it got dark. It looks like the light up there went off. Maybe that light was a sort of surrogate sun. If that's the case, it didn't just get dark, it became nighttime. So the garden needs nighttime. I guess so. Or maybe there's some hidden meaning in switching from day to night. Let's go see if anything's changed now that it's dark. If you want it to be afternoon again, all we have to do is turn the handle, right? Hey, look at that. Are these stars? Maybe the idea was that when night falls, the stars come out. The stars showed up once night fell. I wonder if there's some significance to that. Turning the handle back made the room bright again. The light that went down when you turned the night on came back up. So now the sun is out and it's gone from night to afternoon. This is a balance scale. You can use it to weigh things. It can help you tell if things that look similar have different weights. What? They just flew everywhere. Do you think it's broken? Let's see. Oh, I get it. If you use the scale more than 5 times, it triggers the spring, which makes the whole thing shake. It'll do the same thing if you stop using it before you've reached 5 times. Oh right, we need to pick up all the coins. Alright, now we figured out the weight of the coins. I put them in backwards. Well, what's that noise? It sounded like something unlocking. I guess it wasn't just a panel, it was actually a door. And there's a screen inside of it. It's showing 9 stars. What are we supposed to do with them? Well, why don't you try touching them? That's the order that the stars appeared in. Awesome. Solved it. Good work. Look at the screen. Huh? Wait, this is the safe password. And now for the second. This one's star shape, I think. Yep. Huh, thought so. We did it. Hey, check out the screen. Whoa, what's going on? The screen's changed. This is a safe, right? It looks like one at least. There was a safe that looked like this in the crew quarters, too. Let's see if we can get it open. Yes, it opened. You did it. Good job, Sigma. There's a lot of stuff in here. Let's have a look at it then. First off, this looks like a map. On the upper left it says Floor B. The map we found in the crew quarters said Floor A. So A is the top floor and B is the bottom floor. I mean, I know we took the elevator down to get here, so... Right. Let's keep going. There are more things in the safe. This is... the key card. It has a moon on it. This means... yeah, this is the moon card that the announcement was talking about. There's 2 of them in here, just like with the sun card. You should take one, Alice. Why? Well, you're a solo. Luna and I'll take one and you take the other one. Right. Thanks. So what have we got next? It looks like a piece of paper. What is this? Some kind of diagram. It doesn't make any sense. I wonder what it is. Oh well, just forget about it for now. We can always come back to it later. There's 2 more things in here. What's this? It looks like a note. It says IG equals immunoglobulin. What's immunoglobulin? It's another word for an antibody. You mean like the thing in your body that fights off bacteria and viruses and stuff? Yes. So what is this supposed to tell us? Honestly, I have no idea. The only thing left is this key. That must be the key to the exit. Yes, I think you're right. We should be able to use it to open the door. Awesome, what are we waiting for? Whoa, it opened again. Is there something inside? This says lock on it, so it's probably the lock for this door. Alright, let's open this door. Yes, let's. Please do. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. You found it. No sooner had we stepped out of the garden than I saw the 3 people I'd watched leave through the green door sometime earlier. Whoa. What are you guys doing here?
We gotta be asking you the same thing. How'd you get here?
Sigma, hand me the map.
Map. Oh, right. I dug the map out of my pocket and spread it out in front of us.
You 3 came in through the blue door, right? And which room did you go into?
This fan-shaped one. It's called the Bee Garden.
Bee Garden?
It's the big dome with a bunch of plants in it. Look, you can go see it yourself later, alright?
What about you guys?
Well, after we went through the green door, we ended up in the treatment center.
And then we met up. Right here.
So, what's the treatment center? It sounds a lot like the infirmary.
You wanna have a look? We can go back to any of the rooms we've already visited. So?
Sure, let's have a look. What are those?
They're why this is called a treatment center. Those pods can cure a number of illnesses and even repair certain injuries.
Whoa, that's nuts.
How about you climb in one of them, Dio?
Why?
Well, maybe it can fix whatever's wrong with your brain.
Hey, you wanna start something, lady?
Calm down now, son. You don't cool off a bit and I'll have to throw you in one of these pods here.
Huh? Why?
Weren't you paying attention? They have a cold sleep function. I figured that ought to cool your head up.
Wait, did you say cold sleep? That's where they freeze you, right? And you can stay that way for a really long time.
According to some records we found in here, until about 8 hours ago, there were 3 frozen people in these pods.
3 people? Who?
You mean 3 of us were...
We don't know. All we found was what was in the logs for the pods.
How long were they here?
No idea. Part of the logs were erased. All that's left is when the cold sleep function turned off. It
Then they could be anyone.
Well, anyone but you.
What? Why not Alice?
Because you don't need a device like this to freeze Alice. Am I wrong?
Huh? What are you talking about?
You don't need to play dumb. The water in your body isn't normal water. It's something called Ice 9. It freezes at 96.8 degrees. That means all you have to do to put yourself in cold sleep is drop your body temperature below 96.8. No fancy machine needed.
Where on earth did you hear that?
From Clover.
Clover?
When we were exploring the lounge during the first round.
I see.
What's so funny?
Oh, man. You fell for that one hook, line, and sinker, didn't you? Clover was messing with you. That is, if she even said anything to you at all. It was a lie. A joke?
A joke? No, there's no way it was a joke. I'm sure about it. Your body is made of Ice 9.
Well, you're mistaken. It's a ridiculous misunderstanding. An urban legend.
With seemingly no other prompting, Alice launched into a lengthy explanation. It went something like this. At some point in the past, someone found a frozen, mummified Egyptian queen. What was curious about this mummy, however, was that it remained frozen at room temperature. People began to refer to her as All Ice, which eventually simply became Alice. Rumors that her body was made of Ice 9 began to circulate, and her bizarre refusal to thaw only compounded them.
They say that the mummy finally thawed, and when it did, it began to move. And ever since then, I've had people say they thought I was her. I mean, really? How could anyone believe something so ridiculous? The existence of this mysterious Alice and of this ice that doesn't melt are just urban legends.
But why would people make that mistake about you in particular?
It can't just be because your name's Alice. There are tons of Alices.
Is it because of your face and how you look?
Well, it is true that I am both beautiful and elegant. Can I really be blamed if people think I'm an Egyptian queen? I don't think that's the only reason, though. Someone who made that mistake said something to me once. They claimed they'd seen me before. Of course, I immediately pressed the issue. Do you mean the mummy, Alice? I said. When? Where? Of course, they were at a loss. In fact, I began to feel a little sorry, so I told them something. If you're so convinced, then maybe I am actually Alice. But maybe I've lost my memory and can't remember who I am. And so on and so on. I'm still not sure why Clover would tell you something like that, though. Even if she was just messing with you. It seems a little out of left field.
You really think she put that much thought into it? She was probably just screwing with him, and it was the first thing that came to mind. Maybe she wanted to see if she could get him to believe something completely ridiculous.
Yeah, I could see her doing something like that. Well, I think that's enough idle gossip for now. The cold sleep business is interesting, but I don't think it's terribly useful. We should go see if the other team has returned to the warehouse yet.
At Alice's request, we made our way out of the treatment center.
It looks
This
like
is-
another warehouse.
It looks like the same warehouse.
Hey, look.
3 more doors.
They're all glowing white. You think...
These might be the next set of chromatic doors.
I'd bet on it. Look, they've got the same boxes next to them as the other doors.
So the next set of doors are white?
They haven't all been the same color before.
We definitely need to tell the others about this.
Right. Let's head back to floor A.
Oh, thank goodness. You finally returned. I was beginning to get anxious.
Did something happen?
Yes. It's Quark, you see. He...
What? What happened to Quark?
He collapsed. It happened so suddenly. We were just searching our room.
What?
Please, you must hurry to the infirmary. Clover is looking after him, but his condition could change at any moment. You should go.
Oh no.
Tenmyoji shoved Kay aside and leapt through the yellow door. The rest of us exchanged a few startled looks, then ran off after him.
Quark, come on, kid. Get a hold of yourself.
Tenmyoji grabbed Quark's shoulders and began to shake him desperately. It was Clover who stopped him.
Hey, what are you doing? He's sick, and we don't even know what's wrong with him. What if you make him worse?
Then what am I supposed to do? I have to save him.
Save? That seems a little extreme. Maybe he just has anemia or something.
No, that's not it. I know him better than any of you. He doesn't have anemia. He's never just collapsed before.
Well, then call an ambulance and stop freaking out about it.
You son of a bitch. This is serious.
The infirmary seems pretty well equipped. There are plenty of diagnostic tools, but
Without a doctor, there's not going to be much we can do with him.
Oh, right. Well, we've got Luna.
That's right. I remember Dio saying something. You have a medical license, don't you?
Wait, really? Is that true?
Well, yes.
You have to take a look at him then, please. Quark needs your help.
Okay, I'll see what I can do. I think that machine over there is a medical scanner. It's called an ATOM. It uses nuclear magnetic resonance imaging to examine it.
So that thing can tell us what's wrong with Quark.
Yes, I believe it can.
I don't want to rush you, but the sooner the better. Just let us know if you need anything.
Of course.
The whole process took only a few minutes. The machine scanned Quark's body, and within seconds his results lit up the screen. Words too complicated for me to understand scrolled across it, and as she read them, Luna's face grew dark. She bit her lip and just stood there for a moment, looking down at Quark before she spoke.
Well, I know what's wrong with him. I feel so terrible saying this, but Quark
Of this virus. Radical 6, I mean.
Yeah. I told Alice and Tenmyoji about it.
Fi and I heard about it from Luna.
Dio and Luna were two of the first people to investigate the infirmary. They must have seen the newspaper clipping that Quark found. I'd stayed behind after the AB game, and they'd all split up and gone into different rooms. It seemed like one way or another everyone had heard about Radical 6.
He can't... How could he have gotten infected? That's not possible.
Something about the tone of his voice seemed strange. Why wasn't it possible? Had Tenmyoji known about Radical 6 before the rest of us?
There must be something we could do! How can we cure him?
Well, Adam says there's an antiviral serum called Excelavir. It's the only way to counteract Radical 6. If we can inject him with some, he should be okay.
Where is it? Shouldn't it be in the infirmary somewhere?
We looked around, but we didn't see anything.
I don't trust a damn thing you say. I'm asking Luna.
I'm sorry, but Theo's telling the truth. We didn't find anything.
Damn it. What about the other rooms? Sigma, what about you? Did you find anything?
No, nothing like medicine. I mean, it was just like a park. Lots of vegetation and stuff, but no medicine.
What about you, Kay? Was there any medicine in your room?
We visited the laboratory. There were a number of chemicals and concoctions there, some of which were medicine. But nothing like what we're searching for, I'm afraid.
Oh, God. Then he's going to... Oh, God, no.
Look, just to be sure...
Oh, thank God. You're awake!
Get away from me!
What? Quark, what are you...
Grandpa, I can't. I have to.
Have to what? What are you talking about?
Isn't it obvious? I have to escape.
But how?
Like this!
Quark's hand moved like lightning. He'd grabbed hold of the scalpel and was driving it straight toward his heart. Stop!
No! Let go! Let go of me!
Pretty tough for a kid. Hey, got...
Right.
On it.
Me too.
Stop it! Let go!
Tenmyoji, what the hell are you doing? Get over here. Tenmyoji, can you hear me?
Oh, right.
Damn you, bastards! Why won't you let me go? I have to get out of this body! They can't lock away the soul! Once my body's gone, my soul can escape! Please! You have to let me go! Let me go! I'm trapped here! Let me die! I have to die! Kill me! Kill me! Kill me! Kill me!
Jesus, this kid's lost it. Hey, somebody get that scalpel away from him. Good. Thanks, whoever that was. Quark barely even seemed to notice the loss of the scalpel. He continued to scream and writhe like he was possessed. What are we gonna do? We've got to calm him down somehow.
Luna!
Yes?
Are there any tranquilizers in here?
No. Well, I mean...
What?
There's Superel Beta.
Soparil?
That's the anesthetic, the one that's in our bracelets. Good. Perfect. Hit him with some of that.
What?
He'll be fine. It's just an anesthetic, Tenmyoji. It won't hurt him.
But...
Just hurry up and do it! Come on, Luna!
Okay, let me just... Okay, I've got it.
Good. Wait until he... Now! Do it now!
Right.
No! Stop! Stop!
Respiration, blood pressure, brain waves, everything's normal. According to these readings, he's in a very deep sleep.
Alright, I guess we're good for now.
Yes.
What about the anesthetic? How long will it last?
He shouldn't wake up for a few hours.
Man, he sure was strong for such a little guy.
I think that might be the virus's fault. It probably attacks the part of the brain that governs reason. Without anything to hold it back, his body was using every ounce of strength it had.
Yeah? How do you know?
Huh? Oh, well...
How much do you know about this Radical Six?
Oh, not much. I probably know about as much as you do. All I've seen about it is that newspaper article.
That the truth?
Why would I lie about that? I've seen other viruses do the same thing. I was just making a guess.
So when Quark tried to kill himself, are you saying that was because of Radical Six, too?
Yes, at least I think so.
So what kind of virus is Radical 6?
What are you doing?
I turned and followed Tenmyoji's gaze. There stood Alice, her hand wrapped tightly around the scalpel. Apparently she had been the one to take it away from Quark. The longer I looked at her, however, the more I wondered if she'd taken it to protect him or for some other, more sinister reason. She didn't seem stable. In fact, she looked far more like Quark had a moment ago than I was entirely comfortable with.
Only terrorists would resort to biological warfare. But they will. Soon.
Hey, what the hell are you talking about?
You don't understand? All of humanity is going to die. The virus will spread. Adults, children, everyone. Everyone! There won't be anyone left! I'd rather die here!
Wait, Alice. We were all too stunned to even try to restrain her. We just stood there as she spun around and leapt through the door. Damn it. I shook myself and took off after her. But those few moments of hesitation had put too much distance and too many doors between us. Shoot. Which way did she go? Right? Left? I was still trying to decide when everyone else poured out of the infirmary.
You lost her?
Yeah. I don't know which way she went.
Well, let's split up and look. Quickly. She can't have gotten too far.
Right.
Look, if you find her, it's probably best not to shout or anything. Just do your best not to provoke her. Understood? Tenmyoji.
Gotcha.
I think you should stay here with Quark. The rest of us can look for Alice. Sound good?
Yeah, I stay here. Got it.
All right, let's move, people. Get going.
At Fi's command, we scattered, filtering off into different doors. As I ran, I thought, where should I look for Alice? Perhaps the lounge would be a good bet. No one here, huh? Damn. Where did she go? Complaining wasn't going to help anything. I needed to go look somewhere else. Remember to give the channel a follow. We're only 28 away from our affiliate goal. And don't forget to join us tomorrow for God Eater Monday. Thanks everyone, and I'll see you in the next one.